Huge news for Tesla owners that have old Intel processors. Now you can see detailed visualizations while you're going in reverse. This is similar to the high fidelity park assist visualizations, but at a lower level. Basically what this means is that you get all of the FSD visualizations while you're going in reverse, not the autopilot kind of grayed out barriers and 2D, more 2D. You could zoom a little bit, but it wasn't complete. This is now absolutely complete, and it's hidden. It's very hard to find this. Not very many people actually notice this subtle little change, but it's going to increase safety dramatically. I live off of a relatively busy street, and whenever I go into reverse coming out of my driveway, I could have pedestrians walking by, I could have cars driving by. So this extra peace of mind to be able to use the screen in addition to the mirror and me looking behind my shoulder will give me a huge advantage to amplify and maximize the safety around me. A couple of things that were highlighted here in various articles. It looks like these visualizations were brought into the mix with 2025.32.2, which came out in August, I believe. On September 3rd, that's when we got the 2025.32.3 software, and now it's the 3.1. So there's even a patch on top of this. This latest version, the 3.1, it was just noticed that you can start FSD when you're in park, even if you have PIN enabled to drive. Before you couldn't do that. What happens is you enable FSD and then it pops up a screen asking you for your PIN. You proceed, you put it in and proceed, and then FSD begins moving. That is pretty cool. Dan Birkland, I think is his name, he first noticed that, and I'm gonna throw up the video right now.
So just noticed something. I got Tesla software version 2025.32.3.1 as of yesterday, and today was my first drive, and I noticed that I now have the Start FSD button from Park available, even though I have Pin to Drive enabled. So previously these two features were not compatible. So I am going to plug in my home address here and put my seatbelt on, and let's see if it lets me pick. All right, so the button is live, so let's try it out. I'm gonna press it, and it's gonna ask for my PIN, so I'm gonna block this out, obviously. And there we go. Car is in reverse. This is awesome. So, Tesla, you finally fixed this issue, and there is no mention of this at all in any of the release notes. So, shout out for listening to that feedback. I've been asking for this one for quite some time, and just super excited that this is now there, as I know I was definitely missing out on some functionality there because of my security feature that was enabled. So thanks again, Tesla, and just want to share this for everybody else. Appreciate it.
When you went into reverse in the past, this view here on the left used to be locked down and you couldn't do much with it. But now I can rotate all the way around and I can zoom in on my vehicle a little bit, and you can see the wheels still turn. So as I rotate my wheels, it's still showing that small tiny detail on the screen. And look at the path. You can see if I turn all the way to the left, how it's indicating that's going to go straight. So these are all little minor enhancements. And it's great to see this because it means that Tesla is still focusing on legacy owners, people that have had Teslas for a long time. When you go into reverse, it defaults to this aerial view, which you can see provides like a 2D graphic. And it's very difficult to notice that it's actually using this 3D environment until you move your finger across. And that's when you start seeing these other elements lighting up, like the vehicle right behind me. Now look at that car coming from one direction in the mirrored view and then the other in real life. It's fascinating to see that on the screen when objects are moving in different directions, but it's a testament to the true real world environment that you're viewing here on the left. But again, very easy to go unnoticed here. You can see I have full self-driving enabled. If I go to traffic aware cruise control and now put it back into reverse, you're going to see here if I move my finger, I can still see the graphic. It's just a little bit different. The representation is a little bit different. We don't get the grayed out lines. So what do I mean by grayed out lines? I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. I'm going to go in reverse. You're going to hear the ultrasonic sensor chimes. And now this is where I really want to show you. If I rotate around, you can see these cars around me, the car immediately behind me, but there's no graphic elements to show me the grass, for example, or lines in a parking lot. That has to be done when you go into the setting for not just auto steer. Let me show you. Auto steer is actually the same thing. This is basically autopilot. I look behind me, I get the car, no details around me as far as the edges of the driveway, but when vehicles do pass by, they show up on the screen here. You really get the advantage when you use full self-driving. So when you go into full self-driving, now you get the grayed out areas showing you the regions. So that's a big benefit. And it's especially nice for those that have full self-driving, like I mentioned. So then if I continue to come back here, you can see I get a really nice reference here on the screen, just in case. Now you're going to hear my rear chime turn on, saying there are cars coming. Sometimes these sensors get it wrong. It's telling me I'm going to collide with something, and it was not colliding. It said stop. So this is what's particularly interesting now, is I can go like this, and it's easier in some cases than looking over my shoulder. See that red bar? They're coming from that direction. So that will light up, and it will not chime. Previously, it didn't seem to light up consistently, but it looks like that has been fixed now. So it only makes a noise at you when you start moving. So here, if I go like this, see, did you hear that? So it's telling me, hey, I can't go, there's another car coming. This is not the high fidelity graphics that you get otherwise, because you would be seeing a lot more detail in that case. If this was a Ryzen processor, it would be showing the objects around my car in a lot more detail. But here it's just kind of gray matter. It's not showing everything. But it is a little bit of an improvement, and it's a welcome improvement, and I think we can be very thankful for what we have in front of us here.